So these broilers are currently 5 days old, and like I told you earlier on this morning when I came to check, I said I want to make sure they finish the feed and the tray. So I didn't give them feed, not until this moment. And as it is now, this is the time is 9:20 a.m. of the 5th day. So these broilers, they are 5 days old, as you can see. So they've eaten all the feed. Even the ones that I poured here, you can see they are still busy inside picking up the feed one after the other. So there is no wastage. And if you look at the ground carefully, you see that there is no much feed on the ground. This is the reason I love this type of feeders. There are other ones that are reddish and flat, are more flatter than this. Those feeders, as soon as they clock 5 days going to 1 week, you discover that they will scatter all the feed on the ground. You know, birds, as they eat, they scratches, so they scatter all the feed on the ground, and eventually you have feed wastage. But for this type of feeders, it is rare, except they've grown so much, and that is when you will now see that there are feed wastage. But before then, I must have changed the feeders. So now they are 5 days old. You look at them very well. They are all very smart and healthy birds. So now there is still water. I will leave this water and make sure they finish it before I will change it. Then, but for now, I want to give them feed. So now I've given them the feed. You can see them, they are all eating now. I've given them feed, but I've not given them water. So it doesn't mean that once the water stayed overnight, then you have to throw it away. No, you only throw it away if it exceeds 24 hours. Like this one now, I think I gave them midnight. That was when I gave them this water. Probably like around 2 or 3 a.m. That was when I gave them this water. So there is no need me pouring it away because it has still till dawn. So all I just have to do is to make sure they finish it, in as much as it hasn't exceed 24 hours. The drugs are still very okay. And mind you, I'm no longer giving them heat. If you look very well now, I've removed the coal pot which I was initially using. I've removed it. So that is it. Then another thing, today being the 6th day of these broilers, what I want to do is that I'll give them plain water today, because I'm giving them vaccine tomorrow, and the vaccine I'm going to give to them is Lasota vaccine. You know, the 7th day you ought to give them Lasota vaccine. So I'll be giving them Lasota vaccine tomorrow. So because I'm giving them Lasota vaccine tomorrow, I have to give them plain water today. So no medication for today. So now I've given them plain water. You can see them drinking from the plain water. So by tomorrow I'll be giving them vaccine, the first vaccine. Mind you, since these birds came from day 1 till day 6, this is their first time of having a taste of plain water. This is their first time. So hopefully tomorrow they are going to take their first vaccine.